three things that we sometimes forget about. We always want to think of what are the things that I can do to get more energy, but there's three big things that we forget about that actually aren't always things that we can do to get more energy. Purpose is a big one. Purpose doesn't have to be, I'm trying to build a legacy. I'm trying to think of like what I can leave my children, all of those times. Sometimes purpose is like, what do I perceive my purpose in life, right? Like what's the thing I'm getting up for? What drives me every day? What am I doing on a daily basis that also gives me energy back? What's my purpose, right? So purpose might be something I'm expending energy for in a day, but with me expending that energy, it's also filling me back up at the same time. I was in the same field, but not running my own business, in a different career. And while I loved what I was doing, the way in which I was doing it in the latter part of my career, it was a purpose, but it wasn't filling me back up. And that's a part of why I started my business, because I could still do what I wanted to do and what I was passionate about, but in a way that was still filling me back up by being able to serve in the way that I needed to and wanted to. So you have to think of, what am I perceiving as my purpose? I'm also a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter, right? But not all of those things are my purpose. My purpose isn't to just do this. My purpose is to be a mom that I want to be for my kids. My purpose can also be for myself too. So sometimes we have to look at, when I think of purpose, how much of all these things in my daily basis are giving to other things that don't really feel like they're aligned with a purpose. We have to look at that. Relationships. Sometimes this can be a tough one and a long one to dig into, to be honest. It could be boundaries. It could be people that just maybe are not a healthy thing to be in our life, whatever it is. But you have to think of the relationships that you have in your life that are fulfilling you, and ones that leave you excited. Like I over the last couple of years started to think of like, all right, when I hang out with this friend, how do I feel when I leave this gathering of my friends? Is this leaving me feeling fulfilled? Am I feeling excited about life? Am I feeling like these friends poured into me? Am I feeling more like I can live out, going back to that purpose with the relationships that I have in my life? Or am I leaving these relationships feeling drained, feeling exhausted, like I need a day to recover after being around those friends? Was it all negative, complaining, gossiping, etc.? What are the relationships in my life giving me as far as energy? And then capacity. We talked about this one when it comes to movement. You have to recognize and work within your capacity. This can also be called allostatic load. This is a stress cup. We'll dive into this deeper on Thursday, but look at my smoothie cup. Think of a cup, okay? This entire cup is my capacity. Let's imagine it's full right now, just because I drank a lot of my smoothie, but think of this entire cup as your capacity. If I have all these things in my life that are pulling capacity from me, I don't have a whole lot of room left in here. So my energy is going to be drained because my capacity is already overfilling, right? So I have, for example, we got to think physical and we got to think external, outside of our body, or environmental, I guess would be the best way to say it. I have hypothyroid, so I'm going to put that in here. I have some GI things that I'm dealing with. That's also going to take some capacity out of me. I have 2 young kids that are fully dependent on me in this stage of life. So that's going to take some capacity. I run a business, that takes some capacity. We own a house, that takes capacity, right? All of these different things are going to take capacity out of me. The remaining amount of this capacity is what I have that I am in control of things that I can add in. When I try to add in more than I have of capacity available, I'm going to feel drained of energy. And eventually what's going to happen is my hormones are going to start to suffer. I'm going to start to feel deeper reasons for why my body is feeling off. Or I might be in a place where I have weight loss resistance. I might be in a place where I'm doing all the stuff, but nothing's happening. It's because I'm trying to work above my capacity. And I have to reduce the things that are in my control, assess my relationships, assess my movement, assess my energy intake, assess my water, my sleep, etc. And I might have to really relook at what is coming in and out of my capacity so that I can have the things that I want and feel the energy that I need to feel too. Because the simple reason of, or not simple, but the more complex reason why I may not be having the energy that I desire, feeling the way that I feel, or getting the results that I want to get is because I'm pushing myself above my capacity and my body can't handle that.